Damn, the camera started before I even got a chance to kick this shit off. Yo, what's up? This your girl, Santi, aka Diego Lego, aka Portuguese baby. Bruh, I just had to speak on this real quick before I get up out of here because I feel like I'm not the only one going through this type of situation. So I just kind of wanted to get like my little 1-2 about everything. Like sometimes when you elevating, God will literally put you in situations where you start losing things or you start becoming more aware of the fact that everybody don't honestly got your best interest in mind. You want people to have your best interest in mind. You want to believe that people have your best interest in mind. But the sad truth is that everybody don't want to see you win. And it be the closest ones to you. And if you're like me and you love hard and you already kind of keep a small circle or whatever, it's really hard to comprehend when you're going through a real isolation period where you're growing, where you're kind of weeding out certain things in your life that you don't need, like, and it's difficult. I don't think people understand me. And I'm starting to understand that that's okay. You don't gotta understand me. You don't gotta know me. You don't gotta deal with me. You don't gotta do none of that. You know? What I will say is this. You're talking to somebody that's dealt with suicidal ideology, that deals with PTSD on an everyday basis, that deals with not knowing how to talk to people, that deals with social anxiety on an everyday basis. So I'm the type of person that if I let you in my inner circle, because I'm going to always be friendly, I'm going to always be cordial. But if I let you in my inner circle, then that means you got some type of place in my heart. But what I've noticed is that people kind of take advantage of that, and that's kind of like where I'm having the discrepancy at, because I don't understand. Like, and it kind of makes me reflect within, like, I gotta be the goofy in this situation. I got teeth like Goofy, so maybe I am the goofy. I don't know. Like, but at the same time, I also feel like God shows you things before certain things happen. And it's really up to you whether or not, like, you take heed to them things. Because you might not want to see these person or these individuals for who they are. But at the same time, it's like, once you really start putting like 2 and 2 together, anything that makes your soul uncomfortable, it's not always anxiety. It's not always paranoia. It's not always like the depression. Sometimes those little things that we feel like in our hearts, in our soul, in our spirits are real live indications that sometimes maybe this person or maybe these groups of people is just not meant for you. That don't make them bad people. That don't make them like demonic or nothing like that, even though there are this is demonic shit going on. I'm not going to lie. But that don't mean they demonic. You know, it just means that maybe at that point in time, their energy is interfering with your spiritual growth, And at that point, you just may need to isolate and let them get fucked up. It's easier said than done. Nobody wants to be alone. But in this lifetime, you only get one life. And since I've had 3 deaths in the family this year, and since I damn near died this year, it was definitely a wake-up call, and it said to myself, like, everybody not for me. And that's cool. I didn't know how to accept that at first. I was kind of like naive to the fact that people did not fuck with me like that. Or I overplayed my part with people, you know. But I'm also learning that I will still never change who I am, like when it comes to trying to be humble or have a certain level of humility or be nice to people. But one thing that I'm not going to do is continue to overly give myself in ways that boomerang back and hurt my very spirit. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. I feel like the Most High has been more than gracious and has given me plenty of chances and plenty of opportunities to finally get my life right. And I'm in a point in time in my life where everybody, I think the funny thing that kind of blows me about the situation, I swear to God, sometimes I feel like whole celebrity. Sometimes I walk around in the streets and I swear to God, people already know me because they be talking about shit in my personal business, and I be like, how the fuck do you know that? And in my mind, I pray, I say, oh Lord, I'm not that important. Who the fuck are these people? Who the fuck are you all? And then God shows me every day, like, you're more important than what you think you are. And I don't know, if it's not just me and it's somebody else going through something similar like I'm going through, I just need you to know that next time you feel like it's somebody that knows something about you that they fucking shouldn't know, and they like to talk about your business on the out loud and make it a known fact or whatever, look that motherfucker in your eyes next time like this and say, well shit, since you know all that, well, do you know how much wood can a woodchuck, hold on. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck fucking wood? Since you know all of that about me, since you know all that fucking information about me, since you know all the fuck of that, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, bitch? Since you know all that, you know, since you know all that, since you know all my personal business, since you know so much about me, since you know all this shit, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, bitch? Since you know all that. You look the motherfucker in their eyes just like that. Just like this. And that's they ask, how you know all that? Cause bitch, I don't even talk to nobody to have that many fucking people in my business. But anyway, And for those of you all that I'll say that my accent is fake or whatever, do you know how long it took me to pronunciate actual English? Where I could go and talk to the white people and the Gohins and all of them people. Do you know how long that took to do that? Do you? No, you don't. I had a list for a very long time, or at least what the white people told me was a list, because they put me in LD classes for my little list. And the whole time it was my fucking accent. How about the apples? So the next time you feel as if your privacy has been violated, or somebody seems to know everything about you but don't know shit, don't know a jack shit, you look the motherfucker in their eyes and you ask these niggas, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Bitch. Alright, and if you ever have suicidal ideation, all those things from being alone or feeling like nobody really understands like you as a person, I'm going to leave some links at the end of this video for you all to get into it, because suicide is a very serious thing. People don't understand when you're going through things like when you feel like you don't have anybody, you know. But what we're not going to do is lower our standards of what we know, and we know that we're a valuable person. We're not going to lower our standards just for other people to walk the fuck all over us. Okay, princesses, we're not doing that. We're not doing them things this year. We're not doing them fucking things this year. We're not doing it this year. We're not. We're not. We're going to be gracious. We're going to have decorum. We're going to carry ourselves with a certain level of elegance and things like that. But what we're not going to fucking do is lower their standards. If you're a princess like me, you ain't know your worth at one point in time, you probably didn't know that you should have held yourself up here. The whole time you were holding your fucking self down here. It's okay. It's alright. Shit happens. Sometimes you finally get here and you meet a motherfucker and you just think the world of this motherfucker. And instead of them holding you here, they try to bring your ass back here. You look the motherfucker dead in his eyes and you ask that nigga, and you tell the nigga, if we not going to build nothing, fuck you. If you're not going to help me like get to the next level, what the fuck am I fucking with you for? What do I need you for? Dick? I order dick online. They sell dick online. They sell dick. It's 80,000 a million fucking stores where I could go buy dick from, and I could go home and I would be the fuck alright. Matter of fact, some of y'all over the fuck rated anyway. But since we're doing the whole trying to keep this as PG as possible, yeah. Princess, don't let these men waste your time. And I'm not being biased towards the men. I'll do something for the men later. Right now, we focusing on the princesses. Because some of the princesses need to hear this. Don't let these Don't let these lost spiritual beings that still need to pray and find themselves within the Most High, release them. Release them with love. Release them like the doves that they are. Release them away from you. Just release them. If it's meant for him to come back, if it's meant for that spiritual connection to come back, it will come back. Everything ain't a fight. I'm tired of people being like, if you love them, because relationships ain't lasted 40 years, because you don't want to love them. What the fuck is love to you? I know love is hard, but goddamn. I don't ask for much. I'm minimalist. I try to make sure I have my own bag just so I ain't got to ask you. Anyway. But we also set ourselves up in situations where we know certain things do not be right in the situation, and we still be involved in these situations because we're lonely, because we can't deal with ourselves at the time. Ooh, I am here to tell you. I am here to tell you. Don't settle. You're going to be mad. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to be like, why the fuck did I deal with this? And it's just something that you should not have dealt with in the first place, but you lowered yourself at that point in time because you were lonely, because you did not want to deal with the problems, because you did not want to face the fact that you need to isolate, that you have the level of things that you need to do for yourself before you even entertain not just relationships, but people, period. Before you go outside, before you build friendships with anybody, you probably have things that you need to deal with within yourself. Now, the fucked up part about it is, if you're in beauty industry like me, then yeah, you kind of gotta be like, deal with yourself and deal with people. What I have learned to do is find a connection to where I am emitting positivity versus the negative energy that I'm feeling at the time, which can be a good thing if you know how to balance it. So when I have conversations with people and the energy is cool, even if they have bad energy, I try to find something positive to throw off to them, so that way I can give it back to myself at the same time. It's like exchanging of energy, exchanging of kind of like a purifier. Like, you might be feeling bad, but I might have the type of energy that's like, okay, you feel bad, okay, hold on. Let me give you something that I'm going through, that I got through, so you could be like, oh wow, I have a vision of how I can get through this situation now, you know? But personal relationships, going out is cool, but I'm not gonna hold you. If you mentally retarded like me, you should probably hold off on that. Only because you may be seeking something from someone very badly that they may not be able to give you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Fuck physically. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And when that is not reciprocated emotionally, mentally, spiritually, if you're mentally retarded like me, you may lash out on this person. You may say things to this person and you may not even know. Maybe they coping with something too and you just didn't understand what the fuck they was coping with. But at that point in time, you need to make conscious decision with yourself as an adult and say, you're not giving me what I need mentally, maybe physically, yes. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're draining me. Because I'm already have a lot on my plate. I may already have a lot of things that I'm dealing with. I may have certain things that I'm dealing with, and I'm okay with being alone. But since I feel like you're in my space or you're in my vicinity, when I feel like I just need to release and cope with these things other than talking to the Lord, which is also a mistake too, but we'll get to that on like part 2 or some shit. Like, I may call you because I may feel like you are an emotional support person. Not me throwing off my problems on you, but sometimes just having somebody to vent to can help a lot. But if you perpetrate pump faking shit like you that person and you not that person, that's when misunderstandings and shit happen. And that's when a retarded person like me might want to come find you and climb through your window. Instead, no be your ass here ask you shit like, how much wood can the woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm retired. I don't got no siblings. I ain't got no roof. I be in the city. Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, things like that. You know what I'm saying? If you would like for me to elaborate on like emotional well-being and how to deal with your social anxiety and suicidal ideology and things like that, this is technically supposed to be my nail channel or my nail tech channel, but I have been thinking about revamping a few things like my podcast and also making an alternate channel where we talk about these things, as far as like, because I'm just feeling like I'm not the only person that is a creative, that is creatively minded, that likes artistry. I love doing braids, but I'm not gonna lie, I love doing nails more because it taps into the artist side of me. When I used to like drawing and color theory and all that shit. So, you know, and I'm a natural artist anyway. So this is kind of like visually, this is intriguing to my visual art side. I'm like, ooh, you know, but make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good shit. I'm gonna keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? Until these people come get me. I know y'all coming. I know y'all watching. Just let me get myself together for y'all come get me. Swear to God. And that's it, shit. I ain't got nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know what else to say. Keep God first. Keep your dreams first. And if you keep God first and do what God put on your heart to really do and manifest, I promise you, things will start to work out for you. I promise you, every day I wake up and sometimes it'd be hard to get through the day. But when I get through the day, I say my salahs and I thank the Most High for everything He do for me. Like I said, make sure y'all subscribe, Gucci PrincessAndTingz, all that good shit. The up and the out. And remember, next time somebody get to fucking with you and thinking that they know everything and everything about you, you look the nigga dead in his eyes and you say, you better know what the fuck to say. Y'all have a good night, y'all.